Begits, yo, what's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all doing well. Oh man, that second strike, that second goal. That's after that goal. I did see myself going for Man U. I really wanted Man U to score, even win. I think, yeah, one felt like I'm usually quiet when I'm watching the game. I'm not really saying anything. I'll maybe let out a ooh, oh, something on the lines of that, right? That almost sounded like I was doing something else. Yeah, I know. No, I saw myself like, oh my god, you're so close. Why? Oh, something like that, to that effect. Like, oh my god, why? It's something to that effect. So this was a game that I really much enjoyed. Begits, yo, what's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all doing well. Damn, that second goal. That second goal just did me in. I found myself rooting for Man U after that second goal. I'm usually quiet when I'm watching the game for the most part, and I saw myself anytime Man U were close to scoring, like, oh, come on, like I was tensioning up, and I was a bit rigid, just because I didn't like the way that goal went in. I didn't like that goal, especially from City. Had that goal came in the extra time, which I thought, I was hoping, unlike the Roma versus Sevilla game, that I thought that could have ended in the 90th minute. I was more, I guess, maybe involved and more. I was more invested in this game, that I said, hey, this is playing off so nicely that I can see this going on to 90 plus minutes extra time, right? Even penalties. Even though I wouldn't want, I wouldn't wanted them to go to penalties, but just the way in which that ball went in, it was so scuffed. It was so like chopped. Like he barely got like full contact into it, and I think that's what actually helped the fact that it took that bounce and the fact that there were like 3-4 I don't know Man United players in front, and De Gea hesitated for a split second, and by the time he actually lunged to try to get to the ball, it was too late. And you could see Varane, like, it went over his knee, and he probably thought that split second, like, maybe if I put my knee into it, maybe if I raise my knee, I might be able to block it, but then I could deflect it into the goal, which I think would have been the opposite. I think if anything, he could have deflected it outside, or maybe towards De Gea. So by the time he would have thrown himself, it would have been a lot closer to his body, right? Credit to Gundogan, to take that shot, because normally City from that spot, and Gundogan, he would have stopped the ball, he would have just brought it down, and he would have opened it. He probably would have looked for somebody else. He would have looked for a player, most likely opening it, and then the center, but not taking it from there. It almost seemed like a desperate attempt from City standards, because City don't usually play like that. Because up until that point, Manchester United were doing enough. I'm not going to say they were outplaying City, because at no point were they outplaying City. They had really, they had spurts. They had little moments where they did look like they had a chance. They did look like they had more than just a chance, that they could actually win this game. And they did a really good job at stopping, especially the first half. The first half towards the end, maybe like 20 minutes towards the end of the first half, you saw them stopping City from creating anything in the middle. There was no clear path for them to penetrate Man United. So I thought Man United did a really, really good job at that. That second goal, my God, it just, because you already came off of this almost similar goal in the first half, in the first 13 seconds, right? It was clocked at 13 seconds. Also, you can say shouldn't have been a goal, and there was no one really blocking him. It was just perfectly lobbed up in the air for Gundogan to strike the ball. That was nobody's fault, except the fault that, my guy, from minute one, you have to go in it with the state of just being the most neurotic person, that anything and everything could happen. You have to expect the unexpected, right? You have to be on your toes, and I felt that. Not Man United, but De Gea, because you saw him in the replay. You saw that he had the chance to be able to dive at the ball. He wasn't expecting. He was just frozen. He was just caught off guard that was actually going to go towards goal. It seemed like one of those balls that when you start the game, they're just going to go over the bar and too far wide. But no, it ended up just perfectly landing where most keepers wouldn't have gotten to it. Did City play better? Yes. Did they deserve it? Of course. Of course they did. So what's the issue? The issue was that Man United also had chances. When Garnacho came in, he made... Garnacho, that's why I keep saying don't jump. People are too quick to jump on this hype train. Garnacho came in, and for 10 minutes, it took him a while to get into the game. And he came in towards the 70th minute. So you don't have that much time to let a whole 10 minutes go by without you doing anything. But he did have an impact once he started, again, getting into the game. I know he felt bad, because you saw him when they were going up to collect their medals. Like, he wasn't really high-fiving anyone. When he was in the field and the referee blew the whistle for the end of the game, you saw him really, really distraught. You saw him really, really upset, and I know it's because of that one miss. And I'm absolutely sure that it was because of that huge opportunity. I mean, Man City doesn't give you that much opportunity, that many chances to be able to be inside the box and have so much time. First of all, you're never inside the box with the ball. That doesn't really happen unless it's a scramble, it's a deflection, it's a ricochet off of somebody. But to have that much time to be able to think, yeah, like 3 seconds, that's enough time to be able to stop the ball, wave at the crowd, and be able to take the shot. It was a wasted opportunity. It was a poor shot. He could have done better, and he probably knows that more than anybody. He must feel so disappointed, and that's going to take some time to shake off. That was right there the equalizer. Yes or no? That needed to go, and that was the equalizer. That for sure would have changed the whole tempo of the game, just like it did for Man City. You know, after that goal that they scored, the second goal, because it was kind of even. It was even. Yes, Man City as always holding more possession of the ball. But there were dangers from Man United getting close. You know, the Rashford shot that finally he was able to shoot. I was waiting for him to actually be able to turn around, and Man City did a great job at not allowing him to even turn around. He was pretty much playing the whole game with his back to goal, back to goal, back to goal. That one shot that he had that went over the crossbar, that was really close to going in. A little bit lower, and with the speed and the precision that it was going with, could have gone in. It could have gone in. So there were chances. There were chances. Haaland also had, in the first half, Haaland had a lot of chances to be able to score. Not as clear. There were a couple too. There was Kevin De Bruyne, the supposed, alleged penalty. I thought that was going to be called. In so many other games, that would have been a penalty. The one where Fred actually anticipated the ball. He didn't even get the ball either. Both of them were going towards the ball, so I can see that being called a penalty in other games. I wouldn't have wanted it to be a penalty, but I can see that being a penalty. And then the penalty for Man United. Although I wanted Man United to win, I don't think it should have been called a penalty. Yes, it is a clear handball, but the direction it was going, because it's not going towards goal. It was going towards somebody to be able, if they were there, because that's the thing, there was nobody there. So if somebody was there, yes, it would have gone, I guess, towards goal if they would have made contact with it. But that was going straight to nobody. If you see the back line, it was all Man City players, and there wasn't really anybody there from Man United to be able to get to the ball. So that was pretty much Ortega or Stones, Rodri being able to get to the ball first. It's a clear handball. Going by the books, it is a handball. But you get what I'm saying? Like, there was really no intention at all from Grealish. As much as I want a penalty, as much as I want, I want them to win, I don't want it to be something like that, ex machina thing that just, falls from the heavens, right? But that's football. Sometimes that's what you get, and that's how a lot of games are won. Overall, I was very, very much invested in this game. I wanted it to go to extra time. I wanted it to go all the way, maybe even into penalties possibly, because it was such a good match. Both teams really created a spectacle for the viewers. I wanted at least Man United to be able to draw, right, and then go into extra time. But it didn't happen, and this is what we got. And credit to, congrats to Man City. I mean, to be able to pull off this amazing feat. So many games, and the pressure with Arsenal, that whole thing, and then being able to also play this cup, this tournament, and win it, and then possibly again. You could see Inter Milan like, okay, so we have to, you have to contain De Bruyne, Gundogan, Foden if he comes in, right? Rodri, Stones, good luck with that, and take lessons from what Man United did, right? And any other team that did that in the Premier League, right? I thought Fulham did a really good job at that, and Brighton as well, I think, more or less. Had this game been played in the Premier League, I think it would have been a different, because it has a different feel. It would have been a different game. There are different vibes going on when it comes to the Premier League. Good luck, Inter Milan, thinking that you're gonna win this. I could be wrong, and maybe they pull off, something that no other team, no Premier League team, no Champions League team has done. They could actually upset City, and I'm all for that. I'm all for that, to see that. Not because I want to see City ridiculed. City play again. City are the best team in the world this year, at least, hands down. Come on, there's nothing wrong with that. They are the best team in the world. They are currently the best team in the world. And I think if Inter Milan actually do that, that's going to be one hell of a match. It's going to be like the World Cup final, right, that we got. I wasn't even thinking Argentina had a chance, and look what happened. So, that's it. That's all I got for today, guys. Thank you so much, as always. Stay tuned for future videos, of course, and I'll see you in the next match. Cheers.